Today on CTV News at 5, a community's call for traffic calming measures after a North Dumfries man was killed while mowing his lawn. Plus, divine intervention, why homeowners in Waterloo are pushing back against the city's plans to build housing on church land. And on this week's Get Growing, we learn how to protect pollinators and the best plants to keep our gardens blooming all summer long. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. First at 5, temporary speed humps will soon be installed on Clyde Road in North Dumfries, aimed at slowing down drivers while longer-term solutions are explored. The measures come in the aftermath of a fatal crash that killed a 51-year-old who was riding his lawnmower. CTV's Krista Simpson joins us now with the details. Krista.
Alexandra, the fatal crash happened on Monday, June 15th. A vehicle and lawn tractor collided on Clyde Road in the village of Clyde. Waterloo Regional Police say the 16-year-old girl driving the vehicle was not hurt. The 51-year-old man on the lawn tractor was killed. Neighbours have identified him as Nathan Smith, a husband and father and WestJet pilot. On Monday evening, a week after the fatal crash, a group of his neighbours and other concerned residents from Clyde gathered at North Dumfries Township Council, pleading for changes to be made to slow drivers down. They say Clyde Road has been a problem for years, with many drivers ignoring the 50-kilometre-an-hour speed limit, and there have been other fatalities on the road. They want permanent speed bumps put in place and intersections made into four-way stops.
How many years and how many deaths does it take before they start to get action in a specific area that's chronic speeding?
North Dumfries councillors voted to put temporary speed humps in place on Clyde Road as well as nearby Gore Road. They're also going to have a study done on these areas to see what longer-term solutions could help. We'll have more on these measures tonight at 6. Alexandra.
All right, Krista, thanks for this. The Quebec coroner has officially identified the alleged gunman in a Montreal shooting that killed 3 people, including a police officer. The shooter was a 25-year-old from Lethbridge, Alberta. His name, Scott Hatfield. The dramatic scene unfolded just before noon Monday after police responded to a call about a gun protruding from the window of a hotel. An emergency alert was issued about an armed and dangerous suspect, and police locked down a large and busy section of the city for several hours. Montreal police have identified the fallen officer as 34-year-old Mohamed Lamine Ben-Redouane, a 5-year veteran of the force. A female police officer was sent to hospital with serious injuries. The advocacy group, the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs, has identified the civilian killed in the exchange of gunfire as Michael Mizrahi, calling him a valued member of the Jewish community. And a more than 100-page-long manifesto was found in a hotel room near the scene of the shooting, containing violent messages against women and police, along with themes inspired by the incel movement, blaming video games and pornography for increased loneliness in young men. A man has pleaded guilty in connection with a collision that killed a toddler at a Richmond Hill daycare last year. 70-year-old Vinay Kumar Gupta pleaded guilty to 1 count of dangerous operation causing death and 2 counts of dangerous driving causing bodily harm. The crash happened last September, killing a 1.5-year-old boy and hurting several other children and 3 employees. Court heard Gupta was attempting to park and press the accelerator, thinking it was the brake, his vehicle going through 3 classrooms before it stopped. He's set to be sentenced in December. The crash led the Ontario government to change parking rules at childcare centres, no longer allowing cars in spots next to buildings. Sarnia police are searching for 2 people after shots were fired during an attempted carjacking early yesterday morning. Police released this security video from a home on Maria Street. 2 people can be seen approaching a vehicle shortly after midnight and demanding the keys from the driver. The person behind the wheel reverses, and then shots are fired from a pellet gun. Police are looking for 2 white males with slim builds wearing dark, baggy clothes. One had an orange bandana. They're also asking anyone with video footage from Maria or Mitten Streets to come forward. And CTV's Ashley Bacon joins us now to talk about the weather. And Ashley, we're a couple days into summer now, and so far so good. It's been really nice outside.
Not bad. It was a little chilly and wet yesterday morning, but today definitely made up for it, Alexandra. It was beautiful out there today. And Environment Canada was calling for a little rain tomorrow, or potential for rain tomorrow, but looks like now nothing but sunshine. So some great summer activities on the horizon, at least for the next 24 hours. So great news if you want to spend it outside. Let's take a look at our radar. There isn't much going on in southern Ontario at the moment, but you know what they say, rain is always on the way. So get out and enjoy it while you can today and tomorrow, because by Thursday, we are looking at a potential stormy afternoon. Right now, it's 23 degrees out there, a northwest wind of 19 kilometers an hour, very similar temperatures throughout most of southern Ontario. Very nice indeed. Let's take a look at Waterloo Park Promenade today. You know, that is what we should be doing, Alexandra. Out for a nice little run or a walk. It is an absolutely gorgeous evening. Get out and enjoy it.
It absolutely is. You know, I am looking forward to taking that walk once we finish up here. Thanks so much, Ashley. And here's what you need to know. There is still time to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather with the kids. You can head over to Carl's Air Square in Kitchener for a family splash jam. The fun goes until 7 p.m. and it's free. The Cambridge and District Humane Society was among a few places that helped care for more than 20 small breed dogs found in terrible condition in southern Ontario. They say the dogs were found with open wounds, heavily matted, and with a contagious skin disease. They were also fearful. The Humane Society is asking anyone with information on where the dogs may have come from to contact Provincial Animal Welfare Services. Churches across Waterloo could have new neighbours in the future, with the city planning to build housing units on 14 faith-based properties. Waterloo City staff took their plans to council last night, though the work is still in its early stages. The 14 church properties would be rezoned to allow for additional uses. These would include townhomes or community spaces such as cafes or childcare centres. The city says all properties are 1 acre or larger in size, and any decisions made will come after taking community feedback into consideration.
There are some faith-based properties that have grass fields and other excess land. And there are a number of faith-based properties, again, in Ontario, Canada, and broader, that increasingly are looking to fulfill their mission in a way that brings on some additional uses on the property.
At 6, CTV's Karis Mapp will hear from concerned residents against the proposed plan.
Well, it's Pollinator week, and we've got to protect those little guys from April until October, and we've got to feed them as well. How can we do it?
You are so right. There's such an important little collection of species. So we want to make sure that, as you said, we've got flowers anywhere from April to October. So that's going to be a range of trees, shrubs, and even evergreens.
Oh, wow.
And then perennials. So we'll cover some of the really cool perennials that are in front of us. And we'll take a look at a couple other options too.
Fantastic.
So this one beside you, this is really cool. This is new for us.
Such a neat looking.
This is called a nodding onion.
Knotting onion.
Nodding.
Okay.
Nodding.
Nodding.
Like nod yes.
Okay.
Yep. Nodding
okay.
onion. Yeah. So this is part of the allium family.
Yes.
And alliums are really, really good pollinators because it's amazing for a lot of different flies.
Oh, okay.
But we also want different flower shapes too.
Absolutely.
So when we look at that one, beside that we have a speedwell or Veronica. Beside that is a coneflower. So this is that traditional purple, beautiful flower from August to September and October.
Okay, great. So those are great for late season.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The dark purple leaves, that's a coral bell. And again, if we take a look, we've got some really different flower shapes. So we want to think about the shape of the insect. We want to think about body shape. We want to think about shape of the proboscis. And what's the right size landing pad?
Of course.
For these little dudes.
They've got to have
do.
a safe space.
They do. Now, right beside you, a little bit taller, I've got a sunflower.
Who doesn't love a sunflower?
It's happy, right?
Oh, and look, we've got a little bee circling it
We do.
right now.
They're coming, right? And a lot of people forget that you can seed sunflowers directly in the ground. Okay. I know it's June, but let's get them in the ground because you'll still get some kind of flower this season. Over beside me, I've got some native grasses.
Yes.
And grasses are a great way to cut the wind.
Okay.
Right? So we do need to make sure we cut the wind because, well, they're little legs, they've got little wings, and we want to keep them in our hotel.
Absolutely.
Right beside us, we've got some catmint. So this is a variety called Walker's Low, and this flowers from June to September.
Okay.
So really, really hardy.
Now, of course, we are in June. Is it okay to plant all of these things?
Please
Still.
do.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Some of the other things we've got, lavender.
Yes.
And people love it. Pollinators love it.
Smells beautiful.
Yep. And beside the lavender, I brought a native balsam fir. And a lot of us forget, again, that we need some windbreaks.
Of course.
And evergreens are a great way to give us that windbreak. So again, we cut the wind, and if we plant it on the correct side of the house, we'll lower our utility bills in the winter too.
Oh, wow. I would never have thought an evergreen as a pollinator, but that's a great tip, Tanya.
It's an awesome, awesome habitat. In behind us, well, beside us rather, so we've got the redbud on this side. And then beside you, for a tree, we've got the serviceberry. Okay. Both of these native, beautiful native trees, they flower in April. So they're an early bloomer, which means for the pollinators that are a little bit more energetic than others and wake up soon, we still have a food source.
Of course.
So that's going to be super, super important.
So from April to October, we've got lots to choose
We've got lots
from.
of stuff. We've got lots of flower, lots of food. We've talked about their habitat, right? Cutting the wind.
Yes.
And then the last thing is a water source. You made this.
I did make that for our butterflies.
Absolutely. So same kind of idea. It's just a saucer of water. We've done a few broken pottery shards and a couple of rocks, just so the pollinators can get a water source.
Of course, and this gives them the ability to stay in there safely.
You got it, right?
I love it. Well, there you go. Pollinators from April to October. Super important to have a variety of items in your garden to make sure they are fed and protected. Thanks, Tanya.
We'll see you soon.
Great tips from Tanya there, and here's what you need to know. Grab your pets and sign up to support Paws on Pavement. It's all for the Kitchener, Waterloo, Stratford, Perth Humane Society. There will be pop-up locations across KW and Stratford on Saturday from 11 until 3 p.m. You can head on over to the Humane Society's website for more information. Ashley Bacon is back with us to talk about the weather. And Ash, I was out for a walk, I guess early this afternoon, and we were just talking about how in some spots it was super nice, super calm, and then in other spots it was hit with a blast of wind. But I think that might just be in the area of our building here in the Sports World area of Kitchener.
There was a little bit of wind today, but not nearly as bad as we felt over the weekend with that storm system pushing through. But the good news is, Alexandra, tomorrow is shaping up to be an even nicer summer day before the wind and rain and a little bit cooler temperatures. I won't say cold, but cooler temperatures arrive on Thursday. So let's get out and enjoy it, because even with a bit of wind, it is pretty nice out there. Let's take another look out from Waterloo Park this afternoon. That is the place to be. Dan Lochner, our camera operator, bringing us this gorgeous shot from Waterloo Park today. Thank you, Dan. What a nice skyline that is. It almost looks like a cartoon when it's so perfect like that. It almost looks fake. I mean, look at that sunshine and cloud cover. Just a bit of clouds there, but just enough to give you some reprieve if you are out on those long walks or bike rides, as we just saw many folks there enjoying the trail system in Waterloo Park. It is going to continue to be gorgeous through the overnight hours and into your Wednesday. We aren't seeing much in the way of cloud cover. Of course, you'll see a cloud here or there, but nothing in the sense of overcast. Overnight conditions shaping up to be similar to what we saw last night. Tomorrow, though, we will get a little bit more cloud cover around the afternoon hours. That's going to make way for some rain that's coming in through the overnight into Thursday. So while we can get out and enjoy Wednesday and that sunshine, especially in the morning hours before the overcast starts to make its way through. Across the country, an absolutely beautiful day on the West Coast. 26 in Vancouver, 27 in Prince George. large, 20 in Edmonton, and 19 in Calgary. A lot warmer in Alberta today than they saw yesterday. Over through the Prairie provinces, 17 in Saskatoon, 15 in Winnipeg, a bit of rain as well. Now that rain is going to continue to push east, and we may see remnants of that come Thursday. But right now, across Ontario and Quebec, we are seeing nice temperatures around the mid-20s, a bit of sunshine, and on the east coast, a bit of rain for Fredericton, Charlottetown, and Halifax, and a little bit cooler there as well. However, St. John's, not a bad day, 17, a mix of sun and cloud. Here locally, we are looking at 22 degrees in Waterloo region, and as we get into the overnight hours, very similar to last night. We're not going to see as much fog, but 10 degrees is the expected overnight low. A northerly wind at 20 kilometers an hour, so it is going to be pretty pleasant. 26 tomorrow with a very high UV index, so it will be even warmer tomorrow than we felt today. Looking at our almanac, back in 1986, a record low was set at 1.3 degrees for an overnight. 10 degrees tonight is going to feel like summer and sunshine. As we take a look at our 5-day forecast for the region, a chance for showers enters the picture by Thursday and just a high of 19. But by Friday, things are shaping up, Alexandra, to get warmer and sunnier just in time for the weekend.
All right, Ashley, looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Time to take a look at what's trending. It's a bird and a plane, thanks to a new collaboration between the Toronto Blue Jays and WestJet. The airline unveiled its new Blue Jays plane today. It marks the team's 50th season as well as WestJet's 30th year of service. Two former players were on hand to mark the occasion. WestJet says the aircraft will be rolled out for more special events this season, including a Make-A-Wish campaign. And Toronto is getting set to host its fourth World Cup match today, a showdown between Panama and Croatia. This will mark Panama's second game at Toronto Stadium. They dropped a 1-0 decision to Ghana last Wednesday. Croatia is also looking for a rebound after losing 4-2 to England last week. This is Panama's second World Cup tournament, and while they're the underdogs against Croatia, both teams are calling tonight's match a must-win. Meanwhile, Team Canada is making final preparations ahead of their big match tomorrow in Vancouver against Switzerland. The team was back on the pitch on Monday. Canada and the Swiss each have 4 points after 2 games, but Canada has the slight advantage in Group B because of a better goal differential. That means Canada would win the group with a win or a tie tomorrow. A loss would also likely send them through, but they would face a tougher opponent in the knockout round. The match against Switzerland will kick off at 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday in Vancouver. And as we head to break, here's what you need to know. Are you interested in the sciences? Well, Iron-Willed Women in STEM is happening at the University of Waterloo Museum. It's taking place tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's free to attend. Stay with us, CTV News. In tonight's Digital Dive, police have charged a transport truck driver for a 5-vehicle crash near Morriston that sent one person to hospital and closed a busy road for several hours. A 27-year-old from Georgetown has been charged with careless driving following the June 16th incident on Highway 6. For more on this story, our online team has you covered. Just scan the QR code in the corner of your screen or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Time now to take a look at our final 5 stories we're following today. A Waterloo man who inspired many through his battle with a rare form of cancer is still leading the way even after his death. Dana Fox passed away in the fall from cholangiocarcinoma, but through his battle, he took on the ride to conquer cancer and qualified for the Boston Marathon. Now, even though he's gone, his friends and family recently completed this year's ride to conquer cancer to honor him.
As soon as my dad was diagnosed, the question he asked himself was, what do I do with this? And what he decided to do with it was to help build something to help other people.
CTV's Spencer Turcott will bring us more at 6. A Canadian-led study is challenging a long-standing assumption in cancer care that more treatment is always better. The study followed over 200 women with early-stage breast cancer and who were post-menopause. Half received the recommended 7 doses of zoledronic acid, a drug often given in early-stage breast cancer. The other half received a single infusion. Scientists report that after 5 years, they found no meaningful difference in cancer recurrence, spread, or death between the two groups. And at the same time, patients who received just one treatment experienced fewer side effects, fewer hospital visits, and less disruption to their lives. The Navy Club in Woodstock say they're out of patience when it comes to their pond. The club says city construction led to water levels in the popular pond to drop, meaning no more fishing derbies, among other activities on the water. They say after 2 years, they are still looking for answers from the city.
We met with the city and we tried to get some solutions to fix the problem, and we feel that after 2 years we are no farther ahead and we haven't heard where we are in the process of getting a solution to fix the problem.
The city says it's also waiting on a report from a consultant about options moving forward and say the report should be in the city's hands in the next few weeks. Well, Toys R Us Canada may be getting another chance thanks to a court ruling. The court has granted approval for the business to be split among 3 buyers. They include the owner of Party City and current Toys R Us Canada owner Doug Putnam, who has indicated he wants to keep operating the chain or rebrand it. The deal will transfer 10 store leases as well as inventory, equipment, contracts, and bank accounts to Putnam. Finally for us, 30 pounds of salami, 30 pounds of provolone, and 500 buns. Members of Guelph's Italian-Canadian Club spent the morning building 500 sandwiches destined for some of the region's most vulnerable residents. The effort is part of an annual partnership with Stepping Stone, which distributes the meals across its shelter and housing programs. Volunteers formed an assembly line to stack, wrap, and pack the sandwiches, which will help provide meals for people experiencing homelessness and housing insecurity.
Last year we made 420 sandwiches and we had such a good time and we got lots of satisfaction out of helping the community. We decided we'd try and make this an annual event.
500 sandwiches can last us quite a few days across our sites, which is exciting, and we're able to store them, keep them cold, and offer them to different folks. And being able to partner with the Italian-Canadian Club, Longos, and then our volunteers, it's really just a nice opportunity to bring different partners together and spread awareness about homelessness and housing insecurity and food insecurity.
By the end of the day, plenty of bellies were filled with the traditional salami sandwich. And I'm sure the community and the organizations definitely appreciated that. You know, serving up some support, one sandwich at a time. We love to see it. That's our time. Thanks for watching. I'm Alexandra Hullock. CTV National News is next.